If you spend just a few minutes browsing any active Nikon forum today, one name keeps surfacing with a frequency that is hard to ignore: the Nikon Z90. It pops up in long discussion threads, speculative comments, and late-night debates between wildlife shooters and sports photographers who remember a very specific, high-performance chapter in Nikon's history. For some people, the Z90 represents the long-awaited mirrorless successor to the legendary D500, a DX flagship that once defined what a crop sensor camera could be. For others, it is nothing more than another rumor destined to fade away quietly, joining a long list of cameras that were talked about endlessly but never officially announced. This split reaction creates a strange tension within the Nikon community, a constant push and pull between hope and skepticism that never quite settles. On one side, there is the practical mindset. Rumors should never dictate buying decisions, especially in photography where real-world needs matter more than hypothetical specs. Cameras are tools meant to be used, not dreamed about indefinitely. On the other side, there's the undeniable excitement that comes from imagining a serious professional DX mirrorless camera built with the same intent and ambition as Nikon's full-frame flagships. That idea alone is enough to keep the community buzzing with anticipation, curiosity, and just a bit of anxiety about whether now is the right time to buy or wait. If the Nikon Z90 ever becomes a real product, it would almost certainly trigger a wave of fear of missing out among photographers who have recently invested in cameras like the Z52, the ZFC, or even higher-end bodies like the Z8 used in DX mode. Many enthusiasts are watching the DX space closely, aware that a body combining high-resolution, high-speed performance, and Z9 class autofocus could dramatically reshape the value proposition of Nikon's entire crop sensor lineup. On paper, the imagined Z90 feels almost perfectly designed to strike that nerve. Leaks and speculation have been surprisingly consistent in how they describe this camera. The most common picture painted by rumor sources is a 33-megapixel APS-C sensor paired with the EXPEED processor and autofocus technology derived directly from the Z9. This combination would signal that the camera is not meant to be a casual upgrade or a mid-range compromise, but a serious photographic tool aimed at shooters who care deeply about speed, reliability, and reach. In a collective imagination, the Nikon Z90 would feature full subject detection for humans, animals, and birds, with tracking confidence approaching that of full-frame flagships like the Z8 or Z9. Burst rates in the range of 15 to 20 frames per second are frequently mentioned, along with a deep buffer capable of sustaining those speeds during real-world shooting. In this vision, the Z90 becomes the mirrorless equivalent of the D500, but without the compromises that older DX bodies had to accept due to processing limitations. Looking at Nikon's current lineup, the contrast is clear. The full-frame side is thoroughly covered with the Z9 sitting at the top, the Z8 offering nearly the same performance in a smaller body, and the Z6 III balancing speed and hybrid flexibility. DX, however, occupies a very different role. Cameras like the Z30, Z52, and ZFC are clearly aimed at content creators and hobbyists. None of them attempt to be a rugged, abuse-ready professional tool in the way the D500 once was. A Z90 would instantly change that perception. For wildlife photographers in particular, the appeal is obvious. While many use Z8 bodies in DX crop mode, a dedicated DX flagship with 33 megapixels and Z9 level autofocus would offer more pixels on target and a lighter body optimized specifically for reach. Price, however, remains one of the biggest question marks. A high-end DX body built around the EXPEED processor, robust weather sealing, in-body image stabilization, and advanced autofocus is not cheap to produce. Some photographers say they would willingly pay around $2,400 for a true professional DX body, arguing that the performance justifies the cost. Others expect pricing closer to the original D500, which may not align with Nikon's current economic realities. This tension highlights a real challenge. If the price creeps too close to full-frame options, some buyers might simply choose FX instead. One of the strongest tangible hints fueling the rumor mill is Nikon's registration of a camera under the code name N2410, featuring 5.1 GHz wireless connectivity, a feature usually reserved for more advanced models. Ultimately, the Z90 rumor responds directly to real user demand. Photographers want a DX body treated with the same seriousness as FX models. They value crop sensors for their reach and lighter kits, but they do not want performance to be sacrificed. Whether it ever materializes or not, the idea of the Nikon Z90 has already left its mark by showing exactly where Nikon could go if it chooses to give the DX segment the attention it has long deserved. Until then, the best photographs will come from the camera already in your bag, not the one you hope might exist.